Welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let us look at previous day's question. With reference to the critical and emerging technologies missions, consider the following information. Missions and their implemented under 1. National Quantum Mission, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. 2. India Semiconductor Mission, Ministry of Science and Technology. 3. National Mission on Bioeconomy, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. How many of the pairs given above are correctly matched? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. All 3. D. None. The correct answer is option D. The National Quantum Mission, launched by the Ministry of Science and Technology and implemented by the Department of Science and Technology for the period 2023 to 2031, aims to advance scientific and industrial R&D in quantum technology. Hence, pair 1 is not correctly matched. The India Semiconductor Mission is a specialized and independent business division within the Digital India Corporation, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It aims to build a robust semiconductor and display ecosystem, positioning India as a global hub for electronics manufacturing and design. Hence, pair 2 is not correctly matched. The National Mission on Bioeconomy, launched in 2016, by the Institute of Bioresources and Sustainable Development under the Ministry of Science and Technology, aims to boost rural economy through sustainable use of bioresources. Hence, pair 3 is not correctly matched. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Now let us look at the first question. With reference to rice yellow mottle virus, consider the following statements. 1. It originated in Tanzania and later spread across sub-Saharan Africa. 2. The virus is seed-borne and primarily transmitted through infected seeds. 3. The vectors include beetles belonging to the Trysomelidae family, grasshoppers, cows, rats, and donkeys. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 and 3 only. B. 1 and 2 only. C. 2 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. Rice yellow mottle virus originated in the eastern Arc Mountains of Tanzania in the 1800s from wild grasses, spreading to the Kilombero Valley and Morogoro before expanding across sub-Saharan Africa. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It spreads through insect vectors, mechanical means, and root injuries, but is not seed-borne. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Vectors include beetles, grasshoppers, cows, rats, and donkeys. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Yellow-green streaks appear on young leaves, leading to mottling and leaf twisting. Plants show stunted growth, poor panicle formation, sterility, and eventually may die. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 2. Consider the following cyclones. 1. Cyclone Yagi. 2. Cyclone RYMV. 3. Cyclone Dana. 4. Cyclone Asna. How many of the above cyclones affected the Indian subcontinent in 2024? A. Only 1. B. Only 2. C. Only 3. D. All 4. The correct answer is option C. Cyclone Yagi has caused severe damage across Southeast Asia, affecting the Philippines, China, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, and particularly Vietnam. It is the strongest tropical cyclone in Asia and the second most powerful globally after Hurricane Beryl. Cyclone RYMV, which made landfall in low-lying Bangladesh and neighboring India. The name RYMV is in the list of tropical cyclones given by Oman. It destroyed thousands of homes, smashed seawalls, and flooded cities across 2 countries. Cyclone Dana made along the Odisha coast in October 2024. Dana's name was suggested by Qatar, which means generosity. Cyclone Asna has formed over the Kutch coast in Gujarat and adjoining areas of Pakistan. Cyclone Asna, named by Pakistan, means the one to be acknowledged or praised. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 3. Consider the following statements regarding the Strait of Hormuz. 1. It connects the Red Sea with the Gulf of Oman and is approximately 200 kilometers wide at its narrowest point. 2. It carries about 20 to 25% of the world's total oil supply and serves as a significant transit route for India's crude oil and LNG imports. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, D. neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow sea passage between Iran and the Arabian Peninsula, connecting the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. It is only 21 miles wide at its narrowest point. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. It carries about 20 to 25% of world's total oil supply. In 2024, approximately 20 million barrels per day passed through it. Approximately 40% of India's crude oil imports and around 54% of its LNG imports pass through this strategic pass. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 4. With reference to the Sustainable Development Goals, consider the following statements. 1. The concept of sustainable development was first defined in the Greenpeace Commission report. 2. Rio Plus 20 Summit laid the foundation for the Sustainable Development Goals. 3. Global Sustainable Development Report assesses progress every 4 years. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? A. Only 1, B. Only 2, C. all 3, D. none. The correct answer is option D. The Sustainable Development Goals comprise 17 interconnected goals or 169 targets aimed at tackling major global challenges such as poverty, inequality, climate change, and environmental degradation. The concept of sustainable development was first defined in the 1987 Brundtland Commission report as development that meets present needs without compromising future generations. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. In 2002, the Johannesburg Declaration at Rio Plus 10 reviewed the outcomes of the 1992 Rio Earth Summit. In 2012, the Rio Plus 20 Summit laid the foundation for the Sustainable Development Goals and a more comprehensive global development agenda. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The Global Sustainable Development Report assesses progress every 4 years. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 5. Consider the following statements regarding the National Mineral Exploration Trust. 1. It was established under the Mines Act 1952. 2. The governing body, which is its apex body, is chaired by the Prime Minister. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, D. neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D. National Mineral Exploration Trust was established under Section 9C of the Mines and Mineral Act 1957 with the aim to accelerate mineral exploration in India. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The trust supports regional and detailed mineral exploration in the country and other activities approved by the governing body. NMET has a two-tier structure. The apex body is the governing body, chaired by the Honorable Minister of Mines. It holds the overall control of the trust. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The Executive Committee, chaired by the Secretary, Ministry of Mines, administers and manages its activities. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 6. With reference to Patanjali, consider the following statements. 1. He is regarded as the compiler of Yoga Sutras, a foundational text of classical yoga philosophy. 2. The Yoga Sutra includes 8 limbs that guide encompassing ethical, physical, and mental disciplines. 3. His philosophy is classified under the heterodox schools of Indian philosophy. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 and 2 only, B. 1 and 3 only, C. 2 and 3 only, D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. Patanjali is traditionally credited with compiling the Yoga Sutras around the 2nd century BC. The Yoga Sutras are a concise collection of aphorisms that form the core text of classical yoga philosophy, covering both theoretical and practical aspects. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Yoga Sutra outlines the eightfold path of yoga, encompassing ethical, physical, and mental disciplines that ultimately lead to spiritual realization. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Patanjali's yoga philosophy is a part of the orthodox school of Indian philosophy. Statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Question 7. Consider the following statements. 1. National emergency can be proclaimed under Article 352 when there is war, external aggression, or armed rebellion that threatens the security of India. 2. The President's rule under Article 356 allows the central government to take control of a state if the state government fails to act in accordance with the Constitution. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C. Article 352 empowers the President to declare a national emergency if the security of India or any part of its territory is threatened by war, external aggression, and armed rebellion, added by the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. Hence, statement 1 is correct. During such an emergency, the fundamental rights under Article 90 may be suspended and the centre gains overriding powers over states. Article 356 allows the President to impose President's rule in a state if the Governor reports that the state government is not functioning in accordance with constitutional provisions. Hence, statement 2 is correct. In such cases, the state legislature may be dissolved or suspended and the executive powers of the state are exercised by the centre. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Question 8. Regarding Bal Gangadhar Tilak, consider the following statements. 1. He was referred as the father of Indian unrest by the British. 2. He founded the All India Home Rule League in 1916 along with Annie Besant. 3. He opposed the Age of Consent Bill that sought to raise minimum marriage age for girls from 10 to 12 years. Which of the statements above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 2 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option D. The British colonial authorities labelled Bal Gangadhar Tilak as the father of Indian unrest due to his assertive and radical approach in opposing British rule. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Bal Gangadhar Tilak along with Annie Besant founded the All India Home Rule League in 1916 to demand self-governance for India. Hence, statement 2 is correct. He opposed the Age of Consent Bill that sought to raise the minimum marriage age for girls from 10 to 12 years, arguing that government should not interfere in social customs or personal lifestyles. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Question 9. Regarding the minimum support prices, consider the following statements. 1. The government sets minimum support price for 22 mandated crops based on the recommendations from the Commission for Agriculture Cost and Prices. 2. The estimates for procurement of wheat and paddy are finalized solely by the Food Corporation of India. 3. It is approved by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs chaired by the Prime Minister. Which of the statements above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 2 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option B. The government determines the minimum support prices for 22 designated agricultural crops based on the recommendations of the Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices after consulting with the state governments and relevant central ministries and departments. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Before each marketing season, the Government of India, in coordination with state governments and Food Corporation of India, finalizes wheat and paddy procurement targets based on estimated production, marketable surplus, and cropping trends. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The final approval for MSPs is given by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. This committee is chaired by the Prime Minister. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Question 10. With reference to the Asian Development Bank, consider the following statements. 1. It was established in 1966 as a multilateral development bank. 2. India is the largest contributor to the ADB's financial commitments among developing member countries. 3. The World Economic Outlook is an extensive report released by the ADB. Which of the statements above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option A. The Asian Development Bank was established in 1966. It is a multilateral development bank that aims to promote social and economic development in Asia and the Pacific. Hence, statement 1 is correct. India ranks first in terms of financial commitments to developing country members, contributing 14% of the total financial commitment of the bank, followed by China, Bangladesh, the Philippines and Pakistan. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The World Economic Outlook is published by the International Monetary Fund. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. The ADB publishes the Asian Development Outlook, which provides economic analysis and forecasts for its member countries. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Now, let us look at a practice question. With reference to the Central Board of Film Certification, consider the following statements. 1. It is a statutory body under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, regulating film exhibitions as per the Cinematograph Act 1952. 2. It consists of non-official members and a chairman appointed by the state government and the central government respectively. 3. It uses the e-Cinepraman for online film certification system, which was launched in March 2017. Which of the statements above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3. Please provide your answers in the comments section.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.